Hi everyone, this is Mahmood Ul Hassan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In our today's video, we will discuss about demand planning application, its features and functionalities, and demand planning roadmap and some of the resources that are available in the application. So, what the demand planning application is? Demand planning is a business application used to forecast future sales and customer demand by analyzing historical data, market trends, and seasonality. It helps organizations plan inventory, optimize supply chain operations, and ensure the right products are available at the right time. So, demand planning application, as shown in this slide, it consists of 5 easy steps. In the first step, we will import data into the demand planning application. Then we will transform that data. In the third step, we will create the forecast. And in the fourth step, we will review and adjust the forecast. And finally, we will export the data into D365 or any other application for supply planning. If we talk about the integration of demand planning application with different systems, it can be integrated with any data source. It can be Azure Data Lake. It can be integrated with multiple D365 instances, Excel, CSV files. And in this slide, you can see that it can be integrated with PDF, JSON, XML, Oracle databases, S4HANA databases, SQL Server databases, Dataverse, and even the web pages as well. So it is almost can be integrated with any data source of the different applications. When the data is imported into demand planning application, it will be historical demand, it can be past forecasts, it can be master data, products, location, and hierarchies. When the data is imported, it will be a raw data in the form of tables. In this second step, we will create the transformation. We will, do the outlier smoothing, complete missing data, adjustments for new products, and substitution of the products in the create transformation step. So this step is actually converting the raw data into X and Y axis. So we can use this transformative data to create our forecast. And when the forecast is created, we can also review the forecast. We can remove the outliers. We can compare the data and do some different analysis on the forecast. And after our review is complete, we can export the data into D365 or any other system for supply forecast. So in this screenshot, you can see that the supply planning will use the demand forecast, and we will run the MRP, DDMRP, or priority based planning based on our requirement. And when this supply planning completes, it will provide us the planned orders. Either it will be a planned purchase order, planned production order, or planned transfer orders based on our requirement as an output of the supply planning. In the execution, we will form our planned orders into actual orders, and these actual orders will then complete our customer demand or fulfill our uh, create our demand orders that will be fulfilled by sales orders or quotations. And finally, this execution or these sale orders that are created In the execution step will be the input of the demand planning application for the further processing or to create another forecast. So this was a high level overview of the demand planning application. So how it can import data from different systems, transform it into forecast, and this forecast will be used to create the supply planning, and the supply planning will ultimately fulfill our customer demand. Okay, so let's jump into planning application to create a forecast. To import the data, I will go to the data management section and click on import. I will click on new to create an import profile. So I will be importing data from D365. I will select this. I will try from D365, copying it in the description as well. Click on next. Okay, so in the connection credential, I need to provide the URL of my environment from which I will be importing the data. So I will go to my environment, copy and paste the URL, click on next. These are some entities that will be imported into demand planning application. I will not delete any data because I have already deleted every data and configured a new demand planning application environment. So I will synchronize every entity and click on next. So here I can select the recurring option and I can schedule the batch jobs for different days of weeks and different time, but I will not doing it for my demo. I will select none and click on next. I will review my selection and click on review and finish. I will go to the job section. You can see there is no job currently running. I will click on run job in the action pane. So you can see there are batch jobs that are created for each of the tables. Let me refresh the page and go to the job section again. So you can see this historical demand section is executing when the jobs will be completed. Okay, so let me refresh the page and go to the job section. You can see all the jobs that were created, import jobs, are completed successfully. If I go to under data management section, tables and data, these are all the tables that are populated from D365 to demand planning application. If I click on the customer accounts and go to data tab, so you can see all the customers data from different legal entities are populated here on this form. If I go back again and select the products table, let's say, and click on data. So all the products that are created in different legal entities from finance and operations are populated here. So what happens at the back end? How the data is populated? If I go to my D365 environment, go to the data management. So in the data management workspace, you can see there are export jobs that are created in the 365 finance and operations to pull the data into demand planning application. Okay, so we have populated our data into demand planning application. The next step is to transform the data. If I click on the transformation, so what transformation will do? Transformation will do actually convert the raw data that is there in the tables and convert it into X and Y axis. So we can run the forecasting on this transformated data. To create a transformation, I will click on new. And let's say T005 only, because I will create a transformation only for T005 product. I will select my category forecast because I will use this transformation to create a forecast. I will select my bucket, that is daily, weekly or monthly. In my demo, I will use the monthly bucket. So the precision is how precisely you want to see your data in the demand planning application. So I will stick to the 0.01 and click on next. I will click on add column. So our main data will be our historical demand. I will select the historical demand table. Here I need to select my timestamp. The timestamp is the date field that is available in the sales table. So in the timestamp, we only have one date column, that is actual delivery date. I will select it. For the measure is the actual quantity of the sales. I will select the actual quantity. For the dimensions, I will go to the related table sections and click on the product. So let's say I want to view my forecast for product ID and product name and variant ID and variant name as well. And for the warehouse, I will click on the warehouse location and select the warehouse ID and warehouse name. So for these 6 dimensions, I want to view my forecast. I want to view my forecast for product ID and name, product variant ID and name, and location ID and name. So I will select and transform my data according to these dimensions as well. I will click on OK. I will go to the filter tab to filter my data. I will select my legal entity first. I will click on add row. I will choose my field, that is legal entity ID, and I will select US SNF. I will click on save. I will create another filter on the product as well. Select my product. In the field, I will add a row and I will apply a filter on product ID. Here I will select my product, that is T0005. I will click on save. So we have configured our dimensions. We have configured our filtration. I will click on next. I can also schedule the job. I will stick to the none and click on next. I will review the data and click on finish. So because I have set the job to run manually, I will click on jobs and click on run. So here you can see I have the output option, that is new, create new time series and use an existing time series. So we have only one time series that we are creating. So I will select the create new time series and my name of the time series will be D365 only time series. I will click on done. Okay, so our transformation job is completed. In the next step, I will go to my planning data and click on forecast. So you can see in the forecast, because we have grouped this, tag this transformation to the forecast grouping. So it is showing here. I will click on it. Okay, so what transformation does, it actually gets the data from our tables and transform it into X and Y axis. So you can see my data is in January 2015 to November 2016. So these were my dimensions that I have used for the transformation. If you look at the totals, these are the total number of units that are sold during that time period. In the January 2015, these are 280 units, February 280 units as well, and for the next of the months, because we have selected our transformation to be in the monthly buckets. Because we are creating the forecast for our periods, I have a data in the demo environment for 2016, November 2016. What I will do, I will time shift that transformation to my current year. For this, I will go to the calculation tab. I will click on new. I will select the name time shift. I will copy it in the description as well. I will select my category. Forecast and precision will be 0.01. I will click on next. So there are some available model presets as well. I will select the none and click on next because I want to select it after I will create this calculation. I will click on next again and click review and finish. I will go to the calculation model. Here you can see the first step is my input. I will add my time series here. We have only one time series, T0005 only time series. Like I will select it and click on save. My time series version will be the latest version. I will select the latest version and click on save as well. I will click on plus sign and select the date offset. I will go to its settings, and here I will timesheet by 10 years and click on save. So in this flow, there will be always a save at the end of the flow. So I will click on and select the save. After that, I will validate my flow. Okay, my validation is successful. I will go and run this job. When I run this job, the output option create new time series. If you want to create a new time series, you can select it, but I will choose my existing time series for this one. I will select my existing time series and select my time series version name, that would be date shift, and click on run. So my job is added in the batch queue. I will wait to complete for this job. Okay, so you can see our batch job is completed. If I go to my plan data again, forecast, select my forecast. So you can see my time series is time shifted from 2015 to 2025. I can also do some other calculations as well. Let's say if I want to increase the quantities of my time series, I will click on the calculations and click on new and type increase quantity. I will select my category to forecast and click on next. I will again select none and click next. Click next again. I will review and finish. So if I go to my calculation model and go to my settings, I will click on add time series. Click on my time series and click on save. So there are two versions of my time series right now. The first one was with the previous data. Then I have created a new time series for date shift. I can select the date shift or I can select the latest current version. So I will select the current version and click on save. Click on plus sign and select constant arithmetic operator. I will go to the settings. Here I will increase the quantity by 1.5. and click on save. You always have this save at the end of each flow. I will validate my flow. Validation is successful. I will go and run the batch job. I will be using my existing time series, and I will type a new name for this version. Increase quantity by 1.5 and click on run. So our batch job is added in the batch job queue. It is in execution status. Okay, so it is completed. I will go to my planning data again. Under the forecast, we have only one time series. So if I click on version history, I can see all the versions of that time series. The first one was D365 only. If I click on it, system will show me my time series that was from January 2015 to onwards. And my second version was from January 2025 to onwards. And in our third version, we have increased the quantity as well. So you can also see in this time series, the quantity is increased. I can also add the data to compare different time series or time series versions. So if I want to add and select this time series, click on add and select my date shift version and click on apply. So you can see both of my time series and their quantities. And if I click on any point and compare different values. So Microsoft Copilot feature is there that is showing that the largest shift of time series is increased quantity by 1.5 from January 25 to February 25. In the top increase, it is saying that no top increases were observed, top decrease and other increase and declines. It is also showing that. As of now, we have completed our transformation. Let's create a forecast based on the transformation. So for this, I will go to the forecast profile. Click on new to create a new forecast profile. I will name it best fit forecast and copy the same in the description. My precision will be same and my category will be forecast. I will click on next. So here I will select my time bucket. It will be monthly, and for horizon and the time bucket will be of 12 months because I want to create it for 12 months. I will click on next. I will select the none at this stage because I will apply the forecasting model at a later stage. I will click on next. I will not run the schedule. I will keep it as none to run it manually and click on next. Now we review all the settings and click on review and finish. Here you can see in the different tabs in the horizon and time bucket, it is monthly and for the 12 months. If I click on the forecast model in the first step, I will click on settings and here I will add my time series. I will click on add. I will select my time series, click on save. Make sure you will select the latest version and click on save. I will select the forecast. I will click on setting and I will select my best fit model and select seasonality detection settings will be auto detection and I will click on save. The save will be there for each of the workflow. I will go ahead and click on validate to validate this flow. So my validation is successful. I will go and run this forecast. My forecast start will be date will be today's date and I will select my existing time series, that is D365 only time series, and I will name this version as best fit forecast and click on run. Okay, so my batch job is created. I will pause my video and get back to you when it will be completed. Okay, so our forecast job is completed. To view, I will go to the planning data and forecast. I will select my forecast. And you can see our forecast is from December 2025 to November 2026 for 12-month buckets. That is what we have selected. If I click on any point of time and click on shift from, so the copilot is saying there is a increase for this site and warehouse for 2 units. I can also do a different analysis for trends, let's say. The system is showing at the top upward trend for a specific site and specific warehouse for a specific month, and total change in the product values as well. I can also download my forecast in the CSV file. Here I can also chat with my other team members. And you can see that the Copilot is also created the summary for the seasonality and trend as well. So one seasonality have been detected for the selected view, 100% planning object, 0% of planning object have clear seasonality pattern, and all about this for and shown data all about this forecast. Okay, so let's move to our last step and create a export into D365. Before exporting, I will go to my D365 environment and I want to show you one thing. I will go to the product information management module. Go to release products. Filter my T0005 product. I will select it, go to the plan and click on demand forecast. So you can see there is no data right now in this grid. So when we export the demand planning data, it should be there in this on this form. So our target is to pull the data from demand planning application and populate it on this form. I will go to the export tab in demand planning application, create a new export profile. I will select D365. Copy my environment URL, paste it here, click on next. Select my time series and click on include data source. So my data source is included. I will click on next again. I will map my columns. For product number, I will select my product ID. For product variant number, I will select my product variant ID, and delivery warehouse, I will select my warehouse location ID. So these three fields I need to map, and I will click on next. I will type in my company name, that is UMSF, and my forecast model, that is current F, and click on next. I'm not going to reschedule it. I will select none and click on next again. I will review all my settings and click on review and finish. Currently no job is scheduled. I will run it manually. Okay, so our export job is completed. Let's go to the D365 application and view our demand forecast. And you can see that our demand forecasting output is there on this form in demand forecast lines. That is it for today's video. In this video, we have reviewed all the steps that are very easy and simple steps of demand planning application. And we have imported the data from D365, create transformation, create different calculations on the time series, and finally we have created our forecast and imported into D365. We will process the master planning based on supply planning, based on the demand forecast. Till then, take care. Bye bye.